What is up, guys? I'm Alexi, and I'm here with the one and only frontman of Any Given Reason, Moose. He's
Hey,
a
how you doing?
long time friend. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you.
You too, man.
So, how did Any Given Reason start? How did you guys come together? What happened? What's the story?
Well, it all kicked off really from me and Smithy for like 15 years or so, on and off, all over the time in different projects, different things all over that. We had a period of time where we didn't work together. We were in separate projects. They kind of like fell apart and stuff after with COVID and all that fun stuff. So we got back together and we're just like, right, we have all this material. Let's record an album. And I was like, yep, sound okay. I'll get on that. And then I discovered that getting Smithy into a room to shout into a microphone was really difficult to do. So I was like, screw it, let's just get other people in. Let's just get other people and do things like real people do, because you're a nightmare. So yeah, so decided to do that. Went on to the old interwebs. So we got people into a room, and yeah, so that's where we got to where we are now. AGR
Sick.
existing.
At the start, were you very much the driving force in getting everyone in and just be like, let's get a fucking band together, let's just get a project started, let's do this?
I mean, yay and nay. Both me and Smithy were given objectives of members to find. It's like, I'll find two of these, you find two of them, whatever. He did nothing. Zero homework.
Sometimes that's the best way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love him for who he is, not for how consistent he is. Mainly the old Facebook finds, really, and things like Join My Band and things like that.
Nice.
That's where a majority of people came from. 2.0 came into the fray when the original guitarist didn't work out. The original bassist knew him from 2.0 being in a previous band, Living Monstrosity, I believe it was called. So yeah, after much crowbarring, we managed to get him to come and have fun with us and join in. We gave him no choice in the matter after he left that practice, saying, I'll give us some think about it. I added him to the band chat on his drive home. So it's like, one of us.
Sorry. You are already in, mate. You don't even know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere. Ben, again, he was found through Facebook. And as was Joe, just seeing our advertisements and reaching out and stuff. I think, anyway. Or Joe might have been a Join My Band kind of jobby. But I digress. We found them.
Nice. So the next one is how would you describe Any Given Reason's music? Like, what is your style? What is your how do you create your particular attack on the genre? Shall I say? Yeah.
We internally call it high energy metalcore. So that's probably the easiest way to just put a stamp on it and be like, this is what it is. It's early 2000s metalcore inspired, with a modern twist. Probably the best way I've been doing that.
Okay, nice.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think a lot of la 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 la, chug chug chug.
Nice. So from your guys' perspective, you like to just keep it hard, keep it high energy, and keep it simple. Make good metal, make good music together.
All of our songs are like completely different. There's very few 2 tracks on like the 2 EPs that are already out that are very similar. So it's very much just like we just go with what feels like we should be doing at this precise moment in time, kind of thing. It's like there's
Awesome.
deathcore-esque stuff on Omega and things, and it's like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? It's heavy as fuck. Let's just have fun.
Yeah, I mean, so far I've done the 2 reviews on the channel, done Army of Clowns, and you have to remind me of the song.
Break these chains.
That's it. Break these chains, yeah. And I saw you guys at HMV
We're
last
going
year,
back to in a couple of weeks.
which you're going back to, which we will plug, which we will plug later. Don't you worry. Yeah, so I've heard a bit of your variety, and it is variety. That is the best way to describe AGR. Like, just that you've got variety, but it's also, it's you. Like, you hear the AGR sound, no matter what the style of the song is. It's Any Given Reason. So that is a one of the big reasons why I think you guys are succeeding is like you have your sound. And that is
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. In the modern music industry, that is a huge thing to be able to have that where thing you go, that's AGR. Kind of in the same way that if you listen to Iron Maiden, it's Iron Maiden without it's friggin' Maiden, like, you know what I mean. So
the sound sticks through.
Exactly, yeah. So as long as you got that through thread, which you guys do, then that's perfect. Bitteschön. What are you guys looking to accomplish in 2026 in particular? Do you have any set goals, or are you just going with the flow, or do you have aspirations of things you want to do?
We've got a selection of stuff. It'd be announced pretty soon. When are you posting this?
I don't know yet. I will let you know.
Okay, fair enough.
I will let you know soon. Yeah.
Well, I'll say it anyway, and if it if it hasn't been announced yet, you can just bleep the whole thing out and just put a stamp on the screen saying "not yet."
Not yet, yeah.
So we're hitting Metal to the Masses again this year. So that's obviously a big one for everyone who does it every year. So it's been a Bloodstock is the goal, man. So that's a big aim. It's also big album year this year. So like we as I mentioned before, we did two EPs that are out. Omega came out just over a year ago. So now we're in the trenches of writing full length proper album thing. I think we've got like 10 songs rolling around at the moment or something daft like that.
Nice.
Yeah, 3 of them are already in live rotation. 3 are what we would call done, but not live ready. And the rest are getting bows put on them before they get taken to the room correctly. But yeah, so big album year for us. There's going to be a lot of time spent on that. Like, we finished our studio build last year.
Nice.
So yeah, recording and all that fun stuff, as well as doing all our usual shows and things like that. Did you hear that whistle when I spoke then? Jesus.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't hear it. No.
You'll hear it in post. It'll be like, there it is.
I'll be like, there it is. Yeah.
So yeah, hitting our usual shows. Trying to get more down southish again, because we hit the northern hemisphere of the UK quite a bit. Want to get back down to Wolverhampton again, Birmingham and stuff like that. That'd be good. Yeah, we're just gonna go just as we usually do, but try and find time to make an album while we're at it.
Oh yeah. That is sort of the trick, isn't it? It's like, oh, let's go do all this stuff out here. Also, we're gonna do all this stuff over here. It's just like, okay, yeah, cool. And then jobs and life and all those things in between.
All those things.
Yeah. So a nicely ambitious and achievable year, I think, is what I got from that. Like, yeah, you guys.
Yeah, we hope so. We're internally quite enthusiastic about the forthcoming 12 months. We're really going to try and put like pedal to metal and try and get things to flipping stick and get some traction and shit. When Damien left the ranks last year, that took away all of our live post-production and in-ear monitoring systems. So that's all coming back end of next month. Cool. So like flipping, we're gonna have to, because we had to learn how to be a traditional band. You know, just only being on stage with ourselves and that's it. Like, no tricks, no magic, no flipping smoke and mirrors, all that kind of thing. But being able to like have a string section happen again and shit like that, just be really good, just to fill out that sound. It's like, we're not flipping, what's flipping Falling in Reverse band thing?
Like, you're not Rammstein.
Yeah, definitely not the Rolling Stones. No, but like flipping Ronnie Radke's band, like if they're
Oh, falling in
backing
reverse.
tracks, that yeah, if their backing tracks break, they cancel the show. Like, so like we learned
Yeah.
how to do it without, and that got us tight as hell. But then being able to bring them back and stuff, would just put that cherry on top and just
Yeah, I
polish
mean,
that thing a bit.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like one of the things that I've in my research and things, I've been looking into is how bands set themselves apart, and having that kind of your like whatever you want to make performance art. So whether that's things like strings and how fill out the sound, whether that's like dancers, performers, whether it's pyro, or all of the above, or like you
Yeah,
happen to have a lighting engineer with his own rig and he just does the gigs for you. Great, some people have
or
that. You just get
an
lucky.
idiot with a torch.
Or an idiot with a torch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just I'm gonna blind you for half the gig. Great, do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, finding that live element that sets you apart is huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and also being able to have sub drops back again is going to be fun.
Yeah. Boom. So, as a group, what would you say are the main influences that you guys draw from? That you kind of, surgically implant in your music?
It differs on a wide range. Not a single one of us has the exact same loves for stuff. Um, myself, Lamb of God, Slipknot, Metallica. I'm basic white bitch as it comes with metal. Like, um, if I've got nostalgia for it, I'm fucking game. But at the same time, like, give me Ninja Sex Party and I'll have the best time of my life. Smithy loves in love with flipping Bullet and stuff like that, but he also really enjoys modern metal as well. 2.0, he's the biggest flipping Children of Bodom fan on earth. Loves Alexi to hell.
Yeah.
Um, Cal, freaking King 810, is it?
Oh, King 810. Yeah.
Yeah. That as well as like Joey fell in love with Joey Johnson, obviously. Old Lamb of God with Chris Adler in and stuff like that. Like that.
Yeah.
That's his jam. Ben, I'm pretty sure it's Steps.
Hey, not everyone that makes metal is into metal. Like, I mean,
No, this is
like,
true.
Clown from Slipknot is not a metalhead at all. Like,
That is
yeah.
true, and
But-
it goes the other way around too. That flipping Ed Sheeran's a massive metalhead. So these things make swings around. But now
Exactly.
Ben's a flipping Motorhead loving cowboy.
Gotcha. Right. Yeah.
And Joe is an enigma. But no, he loves the usuals too. Flipping, you kill switches, you avenged your bullets and stuff like that. But
Nice. Yeah.
I reckon there's a secret side of him where he's like obsessed with Coco Melon and shit too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
Swiftly on.
Swiftly on. Yeah. So, how do you feel that your music has progressed since you started? Any given reason, like where you were, where you are heading now with your new album that you're writing and all that. Like, it must have been like a really interesting journey.
I reckon it's grown leaps and bounds every track that we do. As I said before, like, a lot of Alpha was me and Smithy had tracks. So we had a bunch pre-written. When Damien joined the fray, he had a handful of songs that we could pick from and stuff like that. Granted, we did work on these songs in the room and things, but a lot of those songs off EP1 were very much just like, this is the song. Didn't really play about them that much. And they still technically exist as they did then now. Omega, big change in dynamic there, really. Damien did a lot of the writing, even though like others did too, but it was a lot more of a connected thing. People could have proper input on ideas and how to do things, structures and shit like that. With the album, it is very much of like people are bringing songs to the table or riffs or something, and instead of it just being like, this is the song, this is what we're dealing with, they're being like completely deconstructed and built back up.
Okay, so it's a real collaboration of ideas and music and influences and stuff. So you get into like really put it together. Nice.
If it isn't that way, someone's going to be pissed off about what it is that they've got to do. No one wants that. Everyone wants to be together in it. But like, if you leave songs down to one person's mind, they might not think of something that someone else does. And if you don't examine those avenues, you could be leaving stuff on the table that shouldn't be left there. So definitely the way to have evolved into massively.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of these flipping songs come out. We're aiming for like almost 20 tracks to be written. So it's not like we have 10 songs, that's the album, boom, done. Like, we want to get the best that we can get out of it. And then that will be it.
Yeah. So sort of the process of like, we've written 20 songs, and when we wrote that first one, we were like, that was amazing. But by the time you get to the 20th song, you go, actually, that first one wasn't that good, because this one is the shit. And so you end up cutting the first one and use like, yeah. Nice.
Like
nice.
You find your legs mid the writing process.
Yeah,
and, like,
for sure.
It could turn around that like you end up looping round and redoing the first one, and look.
Yeah.
Become a point of going, when is the song finished?
Yeah, that's another trick, and I found that when I was running the recording studio. Like, sometimes you have to go, I could spend another 3 months mixing this, and it'll be different, but would it be better? Like, is it just going to be different? And I might prefer that, but it doesn't mean it's better. Like, it's, that's down to taste. It's really hard to draw a line under things sometimes, and getting to kind of being able to recognize when something is pretty much done, and you go, okay, we like this, let's just jam with it for a while and see if we actually like it. Because if we like it, then that's it, it's done. But if not, then we can revisit it and fix what we don't like. And
I always find that problem rears its head so much worse in the mixing and mastering stage of something. Like a song, you can get to the point of being like, right, yeah, okay, I think the song is done. You could spend 9 years mixing the same song. Be like, oh, no, like, I could put a sample here. Why? Because I can.
Because I can. Yeah.
Why?
yeah. I mean, do you remember a band called Machina Organica? I think they were originally. What was the original name? It was like Omar and
Opus Next.
No, not Opus Next. I can't think what the hell they were called now originally. But yeah. Anyway,
the brain is not working for me.
No, yeah. They were a death metal band, and they were, I think they were the second like heavy metal band I ever recorded in the back in the studio days. And so we spent the week. I think it was like 4 days in the studio that we recorded everything. And then Omar is sort of was the producer. He was like the forefront of the band. Like, it was his band, and the other people were there, and they were fantastic musicians. But Omar was the driving force. So I would mix it, and then he would come back once a month, and we'd sit and together. It took 6 months to mix that 4-track EP, like, or five tracks, 5-track EP, like. And the first 3 months was the first track. It's just like, okay, we need to, like, it's like, okay,
need to limit ourselves here.
Exactly, yeah, and then mastering took another month after we'd finished mixing it. So yes, and heavy metal can be a bit of a beast sometimes, because if you've got these tones that you've recorded sounding great in the studio, but sometimes tones can clash, and you get different EQ imbalances. You get, okay, I need to pan that the other side for this track, but does that mean I need to pan it that side for the other tracks? Because then it doesn't really match. And decisions, 1,000, 10,000 decisions. Yeah. So
you definitely can't just open up a template and be like, yep, this is this album's template, because it don't work that way.
No, there is no template for writing a song. There isn't one. No. So, moving on to we've covered the studio and how you guys are doing with that. And you did talk a bit before about your live performances, how you're reintroducing this stuff. So when it comes to gig day, how do you approach getting ready before a performance? Like, how do you approach getting ready as a group? I mean, obviously, you might not be aware of rituals of other band members. That happens sometimes. You just go, I go off to my room, they go off to theirs. So yeah, how do you guys approach that?
We generally try to stay together because we do enjoy all of our own company. Cal will kind of take himself away because he's a psychopath and I'm pretty sure he's going to kill us all. Like he will, he'll just start doing like drum practicing, calisthenics we call it. So yeah, he'll go do that. We'll probably have a couple of beers together or something. We do the usual thing. We'll set up merch and all that thing. We'll just kind of just get comfortable about where we are. Get ready for it in just a civilized manner, if you will. Obviously, there's the tech side of things where that gets done. That gets done when it gets done.
Yeah.
No, we get on stage and like you're saying about rituals and shit. And the only one that we've got at the moment is an opening track or whatever it is that we're starting the show with. We will huddle around the kit, the drum kit, fists in, flipping. Was it? Hit them hard with breakdowns slow, but more importantly, let's fucking go. And yeah, there you go.
Nice. Yeah. So you just have a pre-show, all get together, be like, let's fucking do this kind of thing, and then off you go. Let's tear this place to the ground. Like, yeah.
We're not all sitting meditating in rooms and shit like that. Like,
no.
We'll do whatever warm ups that we need to do. But then we just we chill, really.
Nice. That sounds really nice and easy to kind of easygoing, really. Just sort of like it's pretty calm, and then you just go, let's go into stage mode, rock and roll. Nice.
Destroy the world.
Destroy the world with your music. Yes. Right. So let's, and this might take you a minute to think about. Although obviously I sent you this ahead of time. What was your best and worst live show experience? And you know, this can be either anything you want, a crowd interaction that was good, or a house crew that was terrible, or something that happened on the road, like anything you want.
It isn't an AGR gig unless something breaks. The tech goblins kick the shit out of us on a regular basis. So that's just a standard protocol that we just need to get to use with. It's like, okay, something's going to break. What is it? Is it electrical? Like flipping 2.0 before now has plugged his wireless unit into charge, but he did it with like a laptop charger and the fucker blew up. Like flipping lots of shit break. We haven't really had a gig I'd turn around and say is horrendous. We've had shows where, thanks for coming out, Dave, kind of thing. But like, there's no one there. Like we've travelled to Southend, drove there, played in front of a couple, and then drove back. Didn't even get paid for it. Like that sucked. Good shows. We've had like shitload on them. Some gigs with flipping Making Blind Eye See and shit like that. Absolutely phenomenal. I think the one that sticks in my head the most is one of the shows with Blind Eyes. It was a small venue, but like the atmosphere was sick. I'm stood outside the flipping the venue on fucking benches and shit, shouting back in through the windows to the crowd and shit. Yeah, like I'd personally say that one is probably the best.
Nice. It's great when you're. I mean, and I've only seen it from the tech side or from the fan side. I have been on stage twice. Both times were terrible. One of them was with you.
Was it?
Yeah, and but yeah, I've seen that. I've been at those gigs where just the energy is electric and there's just something special's happening. And every band kills it, and it's just like let's just keep this energy going, and it's like, oh, what, the 20-minute changeover, we just want to keep going, like let's just fuck it, just get them on stage. So I don't play different instruments, so I don't care, just fucking get them on stage, like get those shows. You're just desperate for it to just the vibe to keep going, and yeah, those shows are great. Those shows are so much fun.
Massively.
So yeah. So what's your craziest story from the road? Like, what's the thing that sticks in your mind and you go, that was mental?
If
you have any.
2.0 accidentally followed someone to their house in almost a high-speed chase situation because this poor stranger in his car realised that someone was following him. So he puts the foot down and he's screaming across flipping roundabouts and shit like that. And 2.0's like, what else? Why is he driving like an idiot? Just because he had the same car that Cal did. So he's followed this guy at like 100 miles an hour going, what the hell's Cal? So that, and while that happens, me and Cal are in Cal's car following the directions to the wrong postcode, and we end up in Burnley. No, Bradford. No, Blackburn. We end up in Blackburn, and we're meant to be in Burnley. We're there, parked outside like an elementary school, just like, Cal, I don't think this is it, mate. I don't think this is it. And while this has happened, 2.0 is chasing someone to the house. That one.
That's a one. That's definitely a one. And that was on the same night. That's even crazier.
They were happening at the same time.
So you're getting put on a watch list, and he's getting arrested.
On a different watch list. Yeah.
Yeah. In a different postcode as well. Amazing. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so that one.
Did you make it to the show? Did everyone make it to the actual show?
Yeah,
of course you did. It's rock and roll. It's rock and roll. Of course
we got there. Like it was fine. I also think that was like the first time we all met Ben. So it was a hell of an evening, that one.
Yeah, that sounds that's pretty mad. What are the biggest lessons that you've learned from playing live, like in terms of making music and performing in a band?
Me personally, will be the easiest thing to do is not restraint, but there is a limit to things. Like very much my approach to being live is nuts. I'm hanging from the rafters and shit like that.
A menace is what I described you as. Yes,
a menace. But sometimes like, just reining it in just a little bit can take it from being a joke of a performance to something a bit more professional, if you will. Some feedback I had from the last year was just like control it just a bit. You know, you can still be nuts, but at the same time you can not be a comedy act. It's like, yeah, that's fair. I will take that massively to heart. As a band, as a band, I would say that don't let egos take over. If you think yourself the most important thing from sliced bread, no one's going to give a flying fuck about you. So yeah, those two.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you look at some of the craziest bands in history, and we'll take both of our favourite bands, Slipknot. Their performances used to be completely off the rails, and they would get blackballed from venues. They would just get never coming back here. So they reined it in. They honed it into a skill, not chaos, not pure chaos.
Yeah. Turned it into an act more than
exactly. Because
nuts for the sake of being nuts.
Yeah, that's it. Because having the reputation of being an amazing live show is different from having a reputation of being too stupid to play. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Or like dealing with the issue of being difficult to work with is something that we want to avoid and polish the name of, really. Yeah, so yeah.
yeah, because obviously I've known you for quite a few years. We'll dive into that a little bit later. And I've met the other guys. Obviously, when you played at HMV, I briefly met them. And and if you're in a band with them and you're putting up with them, then they must be absolutely lovely people. So, that's that's good.
We're all mental.
Yeah, you're all mad. But you're equally mad together. That's the important thing. So either as yourself or speaking for the band, what are the biggest challenges that you guys have faced as a group, as a band?
Rebuilding ourselves, I would say, has been the biggest one. Member changes and stuff like that, because it's not just like, okay, we just get another person in. Like the internal mood within a group when one of your friends fucks off is very crushing. So like you have to rebuild yourselves as that, deal with these backsteps and stuff like that. But then when you do find someone, it's like you got to learn to become friends with these new people and learn to gel with them as musicians as well as the human beings. So I'd personally say that the hardest thing has been regrowth and rebuilding ourselves up.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, you take the big bands when they have changes, like Metallica and Avenged Sevenfold and Slipknot and bands. Yeah. But when they've been together for 15 years and then either someone leaves or there's a legal thing or someone passes away, these various things happen, and you do. You're right. You have to regrow yourself and as a band. Like it's like a tenfold process. You have to go through all these steps again with this new person, and then they have to integrate with you. They have to learn your music. They have to, and then once you get to the writing with them for the first time, it's just like, are they going to be involved? Are they going to, and it's a whole learning process.
Yeah, massively. Yeah. So I definitely say that has been the hardest thing that we've had to flip in attack face on.
Yeah.
As well as the crushing realization that life's a bitch sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah, and sometimes unfortunately life just gets in the way of things we want to do, whether that's a personal project or a band or whatever. Like, just life gets in the way and you go, well, I can't do that. Like, all right.
Yeah. Not doing that one. Okay,
not doing that one. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, all right, sick. So on the back of that, what advice would you give to any new band that's starting out? Like, if you give only one piece of advice, what would that one piece of advice be?
It's going to be difficult, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Done. Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah. So do you? So sort of. I think we touched on this a little bit earlier. So again, one thing. What's one thing that you as a band all sort of agree, maybe unspoken, that you would like to accomplish in the next few years?
I'd just probably say bigger shows. Just being able to have the opportunities to do the shows that we feel like we could or should be doing is probably the thing. Like it's a known thing with any band that they want to fucking conquer the world and fucking get the shows that they want to get. But like, you also got to put a little bit of realism in it. That you might not get every show that you might want. You might not get every festival that you might sign up for. But just being on the bill on more and more of these shows, just to get the name out there more, is definitely a goal that everyone should have. Full stop. To be fair.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's like like you see some bands that you go, oh, they're just here to have fun and play music. Yes, but every band wants to hit some success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just to pay the bills, that'd be sick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is getting harder and harder, isn't it?
Massively.
But yeah, massively. Yeah. So if in 3 years' time you were to look back, where would you like to have been? What would you like to have done in the next 3 years? Like, what would you like to look back on and go, that was epic? Whether it's this album you're doing, or or anything else that you might have in the pipeline that I don't know about, that you might not want to talk about.
No, we want to get this album done. And like as you said, like getting that done would be a good milestone for the next stage. And then, like getting onto the bigger festivals and stuff. Get like your Bloodstocks, your flipping sound waves. Being invited or even having a chance to be on something like that would be sick. We don't know. At this precise moment in time, it's definitely the album that we would like to get done and
Nice.
And create something that we can be proud of.
Yeah, awesome. Exactly. Yeah, that's being able to look back and be proud of what you've done as a group is a huge accomplishment anyway. Like, doing anything as a group when you're all invested and all putting in the same effort and pulling in the same direction to achieve something where you go, we're all proud of that, no matter no matter the outcome, whether you get 10 million listens on Spotify or you sell or you sell 10. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But being proud of the product that you made is the important part in that, I think. Yeah. And and some musicians do lose sight of that sometimes, that actually it doesn't really, not that it doesn't matter, but it's more important that you're proud of what you did at the end of the day. Because if you love it, then other people will love it too. Like, that's really important, in my opinion. It's a massive part of life to be able to look back and go, I'm proud that I did that.
1,000%.
Yeah. So we've known each other a long time. We alluded to this earlier. I think since we were about, was it 16? I think, like, it's something like that. It's maybe 20 years now.
I mean, possibly, yeah.
Because I think it was. I was in sixth form. I remember I was in sixth form, I think, when I met you. But I can't remember how I met you. That's the thing. I know when, but like,
I'm not sure either. Actually,
no. I just. You were like you. It's sort of like you weren't there, and then you were there. Like,
yeah. I mean, something stupid like a flipping MySpace or Bebo flipping shout out.
It was probably MySpace.
Possibly
possibly.
Or it might have just been because I was about for flipping things like Tribal Jam and shit.
It might have been Tribal Jam, actually. That might have been it.
Yeah.
And then we started a band of sorts. We started making noise.
We definitely did.
We definitely made a lot of noise in my dad's shed. Yeah.
And the only remnants I could find in the 10 minutes or so before we started this was flipping that.
Hang on. Let's bring it up. Oh yeah. Okay. That's
which is you.
That's a photo.
In that graveyard.
Yeah.
Yep. We in that graveyard where we
the graveyard shoot when I had hair.
We did the photo shoot.
Yeah. I think I do have. I think I do. I think I've got. There's a picture somewhere. I think like I know I've seen it of me doing that random. I don't know what I was doing at the camera, squeezing some nuts. Doing the squeezing nuts thing. Got your balls,
Yeah.
With some fire overlaid or something. I don't know. It was very 2002.
Oh, massively. Like
it was very. And we called ourselves. Do you remember what we called ourselves?
It was Planes as Weapons, I believe.
Yes, very tasteful after 9/11. Yeah.
Probably so. My father came up with the name, and I was like, "Fuck me, that's punk rock as hell."
Yeah, it's so punk rock. Very punk rock. And I was the terrible vocalist. And I was really shit.
It was very early days.
Yeah. You were on drums.
I was drumming. We had Arthur on guitar.
That's it.
Billy bass.
Yeah.
And briefly Jack slash Butters was on to the guitar.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, and we played one show.
One show,
and
it was a absolute farce. It fucked up dead hard, dead quick.
It was terrible. We fucking murdered For Whom the Bell Tolls. We absolutely.
Oh yeah.
We took it out. We took out a back and shot it in the head. Is what we did. Yeah. It's terrible. And my sister,
Billy
the
couldn't
good.
learn the fucking,
oh yeah, Billy couldn't learn. No.
Billy couldn't learn the fucking bass intro bit, so Arthur did it on guitar, but Arthur hadn't learned it, so he just fucking kind of whittled around what the scale was.
Yep. I on the day could not remember the words to the second verse. I just couldn't. It was just it wasn't going in. It wasn't going in at all. Like I knew it for years. Like Who the Bell Tolls by Metallica. I know that song. I know that song really well.
Yeah.
But that day, nothing. Second verse, done, gone, dead. So I just repeat the first verse but put some extra noise on it. That's it. Yeah.
Oh god, it was awful.
It was awful. And then my sister, the good vocalist, and her now ex, the good drummer, were there to see it, unfortunately. And some peers were there, and I asked for a pit for some reason. It's so awful.
Rough times, man.
It was. But for me, that was the first time I'd ever been on stage properly. Like I'd done for my because my sister's band played happened to be doing a show around my birthday, so they kind of played for my birthday. So I got to go up and do Bodies by Drowning Pool on stage, which was sick.
Yeah.
And it was sick because the only thing I was doing was the counting bit, and that was it. I didn't do anything else.
1, 2.
Yeah, basically. My sister did the actual vocals. But for me, I got to tick off my first gig. I got to tick off my first bad gig. I got to tick off playing in front of 4 people. I got to tick off a lot of the shit that people might wait a while to do. Was like, yeah, I've done it, cool. And I even ticked off doing a cover. I ticked off badly doing a cover. So
loads of ticked off.
Loads of things ticked off.
Just that one thing kind of like it did almost open things for you because you joined with Gemma for Blood of the Scribe.
Yeah, we did Brother Scribe for a while, which was fun. But it also didn't really go anywhere. But it was still fun. And then a few years later, I joined on bass. Well, I sort of started a band on bass with a band which the name I'm going to reuse because I still love the name and I came up with it, so I'm fucking using it. Which there's still a Facebook page for it as well, so it's still there. Project coming? Yeah.
Hey.
Yes, project coming in a year, 2 years, I don't know. Whenever it happens. So what other bands have you been in? Because we sort of didn't, we were kind of we were aware of each other for quite a few years, but we sort of did, there were a few years there where there was a gap because we were off doing our thing.
Jesus, so it's Sangfold, Planes as Weapons, Dreadstone, fucking Last Man on Earth.
Last Man on Earth, yeah.
M2M. M2M. A couple of things that didn't really go anywhere. I think Ultra Perception. We were going to go with the name of.
Yeah.
And then, this. Living AGR. They're the only ones that are like worthwhile really talking about that did anything that resembles anything.
Yeah. I mean, there's always those discussions you have with people like, oh yeah, we should start a band, we should do this, we should do that, and then nothing comes of it. That happens really often, really often.
Yeah.
And I go on.
You end up getting with people, jamming with them twice, and then you just never see these people again.
Exactly. Yeah. With my 2 oldest friends, we went into a Priest Village Hall a few times and made some racket and left, and that was it. Just those things happen, especially when you're young and you don't know what a band is yet, or how to band. I don't know.
How do I band?
Yeah. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun. You just get to have fun with your mates, and sometimes it turns into something, sometimes it doesn't. Kind of who cares? Like you go with it.
1,000%.
And but
experience at the end of the day.
Exactly, yeah, and I learned through playing bass in a band that I didn't want to play bass in a band.
Well, yeah, my first one, which was flipping, I played bass for them, and I was like, yeah, I enjoyed it and all that. Got kicked out for not having a bass. It was pretty big problem.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Yeah, I mean, so just before lockdown, when I was doing my MA in Stoke, the course leader was just like, we have this jam session and it doesn't matter your skill level. I was like, oh cool, I play bass a bit, I'll come and join. And I realised after having not played for like 7 years that I was just like, oh, my level is 0 at this point. I don't play bass anymore. So when when my friend Pete was just like, oh, I'm doing a recording session, you've got a bass, haven't you? I was like, yeah, like I've got a bass, I have strings, the strings are not on the bass. Here's the 2 things, do what you want. Yeah. He has used it as well, so that's good. But it's been with him for like 4 years now or something, and he's just like, "Do you want it?" I'm like, "Keep it." I just don't really care.
That bass is long gone, man.
That bass is long gone. Although I was there at Christmas, and he said, "Do you want to take it back and sell it at some point?" I was like, "Yeah." At some point,
Eventually.
Sure. Eventually, or I'll mount it on my wall and be like, "Yeah, there's it," because I've got the BC Rich Warlock, like the spiky one. So it looks sick, and it's got loads of stickers on it, because when I was 16 I was like, oh, put stickers on it, and so it's got loads of stickers on it.
Everyone's had sticker guitar. Everyone
exactly.
has sticker guitar.
Exactly, yeah. So
still have a sticker guitar.
Still have a sticker guitar, actually, yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Sticker guitar.
Sticker guitar, yeah. Yeah. So I think that about wraps it up. Thank you, Moose, so much for coming on and doing the very first podcast of what I've got 2 more planned already, so the series will continue. I'm calling another one.
Thanks for having me, man.
No worries, man. No worries. It's an absolute pleasure. I looking forward to see you guys live. Hopefully it coincides that I'm not working on a show that you're doing, because I'm always working. I work in the same industry, so it'll be, oh, it's on a Saturday night. You're working? Yeah, I'm working on that night. Yeah,
yes,
always the way. yes. But who knows? And hopefully at some point, I will see you at a festival that I'm working at, and because that'd be sweet. Cool.
Yeah, that would be sick. That would. But thanks for having me. Thank you again.
No worries. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Auf Wiedersehen.